April Fakes Day is an examination of fakes and really what they can teach us about collections in museums, but more generally, what they can tell us about the difference between real and fake.
These are a range of events that are happening this week across Oxford and in London, across different museums and sites. And here at the Pitt Rivers Museum, we are hosting an April Fakes Day around ivory. We've been having handling objects out for children and families, and they've been basically trying to be detectives and determine if the objects we have out are real ivory or if they're fake ivory.
The project explores fakes in health and science, and I have been looking at issues around knowledge production, so the fake essay industry. I've also been looking around the production of fake medicines, and for me the big question is, how do you discern the real from the fake?
Here at the History of Science Museum, we have history of medicine collections. The two most common types of falsified medicines are antibiotics and antimalarials. And what is particularly sad is it happens in countries where there's low regulatory frameworks, often low and middle income countries, where people will use their money to buy what they think is real medicine, and this can actually threaten their lives.
So we've talked about what materials are used as sort of fake ivory. So things like vegetable ivory, which is actually a nut from a palm tree. We've talked about plastics, some of the earliest plastics that were invented to mimic ivory. The other thing that we've done today is really highlight to all our visitors our ivory trail. So we have two trails that we've developed with the education and research team, really to get families to explore the ivory in the collections. So we've been really delighted to be a part of it this week.
So here at the museum, Dr. Paul Newton provided some examples of falsified and real medication so that we could educate the public about how to be able to tell the difference between the two. In countries like the UK, we're very fortunate, but we do live in a globalized world now where people travel and buy medication on the internet, so it's important for all of us to be aware of this.
What my project is doing is kind of making visible a lot of these kind of invisible processes that we make and assessments we make about whether something is real or fake, and really forcing us to really look at, why do we trust certain things over other things? What is it about that particular thing that makes us think, okay, yeah, that's real, and the other thing we think, oh no, that's fake? And can we trust our instincts about things?